The controversy around Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's new song has to be discussed, you all. Some have speculated that Justin Bieber could be involved. Some think Selena is promoting herself, but naturally, everything is occurring at the same crazy time because the 7-part Hailey series is going viral on TikTok and everyone is talking about all three of them. Plus, it's just fueling the fire of discussion regarding this place's history. Accordingly, we will address all of the points raised. Does this song have any lyrics? We're dissecting everything. I Said I Love You First, the new album by Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, came out this week. And How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten is the one song that everyone is raving about. Even though the song isn't really about Justin, the amount of tension involving Selena and Hailey Justin has increased since its release due to fans' interpretations of the lyrics. She sings, "I drink it the way he likes" in the song. Lipstick kisses without ice on the edge, a ruby red lock and eyes. Paradise found, and you sauntered in with a wide grin chatting as if we're close pals. My darling, why did you think that? His affection for me is boundless. My heart aches for him. Gaze upon you. Look at you right now. Cry when no one is looking. You're mortifying. I just cannot fathom it. When you're completely ignored, how does it feel? How is the sensation? May you find healing soon. When you're completely ignored, how does it feel? You have no idea how tough that must be. Trust me when I say it isn't what you had in mind. When you strolled in, you were all smiles and small conversation. Darling, what on earth were you thinking? His affection for me is boundless. My heart aches for him. Gaze upon you. Gaze at you right now. It would be a breeze to twist these lyrics into a story about Justin and how embarrassing he is. Of course, Justin has been caught by the paparazzi on more than one occasion when he wore an outrageous dress or looked foolish in public. As far as anyone can tell, Selena is trying to tell Justin, "You're embarrassing because everyone is getting their act together." Some of Selena's admirers seem to think this is the first time she has publicly criticized Justin Bieber. I mean that in a strong, "I'm sick of pretending you didn't do things to me, and that you're not humiliating yourself right now" kind of way, rather than a subtle, "we've moved on" kind of vibe. Many are eagerly anticipating it, particularly because, let's face it, she has been quite cautious for quite some time. If this is indeed about him, then it seems like she is finally asserting herself. No more hemming and hawing, just clear and concise answers. Many TikTok users have commented on the song, with some predicting that it will plunge the artist farther into oblivion. At last she spoke up. Was like, at last? Selena, I don't mean any disrespect to Justin, but he has a reputation for shedding tears during public performances. His reaction to Benny and Selena's relationship is probably at the heart of it. "Do you all want me to talk?" she asked. She is now fully recovered from the ordeal he subjected her to. But hold for a second. Not everyone thinks Selena is yelling at Justin in this song. Another idea has it that Selena is completely avoiding any mention of an ex. In this passage, she seems to be referring to an earlier self, someone she had to let go of before she could find contentment with her current romantic partner. That interpretation really strikes a chord. To be honest, those who have been following her for any length of time know that she has had quite the journey over the past few years. Needless to say, her legion of fans is overjoyed that she is happy and in love with Benny, regardless of their feelings toward him. However, some internet users have expressed their disapproval by writing she has found love and healed, so she is communicating with her other self. Everything she says is about herself. For some reason, it seems like she's talking to herself. In my opinion, it has nothing to do with Hailey or Justin Bieber. To me, it sounds like she's referring to her former self. Strange things are happening with more than simply the lyrics. The fact that Selena collaborated with Benny Blanco on this song is also being brought up by many who believe it is about Justin. I mean, Benny Blanco and I worked together on this entire album. However, it becomes somewhat more petty to hear lyrics like this and interpret them as a criticism of Justin, who is aware of the background of everyone here. And in case you were unaware, Benny and Justin used to be very close. They were buddies. They worked together on music. They were more than just mutuals in the industry. They were inseparable. To say the least, it's intriguing that Justin is releasing a music like this with someone who was once so close to him, especially because it might be taken as a jab at Justin. While on his brief unfollow binge, Justin also unfollowed Benny not long ago. Okay, so there are a million reasons why people unfollow everyone. They may have simply drifted apart, which is also entirely possible. That occurs frequently. But when you consider the big picture, you may think, maybe he's secretly sad that one of his friends is seeing his ex. There are those who think Justin and Benny may have discussed Selena when they were younger, when they were both writing music together. Hence, he is now collaborating with her on a single. It certainly doesn't seem like the behavior of a devoted closest friend. When we bring up the topic of female best friends, the internet would likely go ballistic about Benny. After all, it would be humiliating if I wrote songs about my ex with my gal pal. And then she started seeing my ex, so they wrote songs about me. Just picture the turmoil. In the universe of the cancelled shows, I find girl code to be much more dramatic than bro code. That is how it feels. Although this song was undoubtedly prepared months in advance of its release, the fact that it is dropping at the same time as Justin and Hailey are already in the spotlight due to that popular 7-part TikTok series about Hailey is really the icing on the cake. Incredibly, the timing is off the charts. Plus, Hailey likely feels as if she's just really unlucky that everyone is talking about her. And now everyone is talking about Selena and Justin again because of this. Simply put, it is a catastrophe. The fact that Selena and Benny recently spoke with Spotify about the forthcoming album, during which she expressed interest in discussing potential listener interpretations of certain songs, adds just one more piece of evidence to the argument that the song is unrelated to Justin. In addition, it seemed like an attempt to sidestep rumors that she might be referring to Justin in this situation. I always let the audience decide how to interpret my releases. But I'd like to point out that the majority of this record isn't about the places that everyone might go. My life has changed drastically, and I've met some incredible new people, so I feel compelled to mention that. There have been changes in my friendship circle, and I've had to say goodbye to some old friends and hello to new ones. It's been an entirely new existence. Therefore, it's open to different opinions. In my opinion, though, it was all about our shared history and the people in it, as well as the influence of friends and relationships. Like, I really feel like some of my favorite songs are about the friendships in my life. In my opinion, that was the central theme of the record. But ultimately, she was letting others fill in the blanks. She has enough experience to know that in-game, events will mirror their online counterparts. Also, artists don't have much say over their songs once they've released them. I take it that Selena was trying to convey when she mentioned that when they release a song to the public, it can feel like it takes on new connotations and becomes less personal. For better or worse, this feels like a monumental moment. The three of them have been the center of a great deal of attention, and Hailey in particular has been in the spotlight since their album was announced. Everyone is talking about it, and that's probably the point. Maybe the point is that people will think it's one thing when it's actually another, like a promotional item at the end. Or maybe it's Selena's subtle shade of Justin, or maybe it's just a moment of self-reflection made messier by timing. But I'm curious to hear your opinions. Do you think the song is actually about her healing process and saying goodbye to her previous self? Or do you think she's finally calling Justin embarrassing? Since Justin repurposed a caption from Hailey's 2019 Instagram post and captioned it "Still Relevant Boo," some have speculated that the couple has responded to the situation in some way. She shared it again on her story as well. A new extended series